Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Tiffany. This is Everything in Tea. Today's tea we are going to be talking about is a peach passion. It is a country peach passion. It is from Celestial Seasonings. And let me open up the box and show you what the little tea bag looks like. So these don't come on it's not a loose leaf tea. It does not come on a little string. It is literally just a tea bag. So only take off one. They're perforated, so you can just tear off one. They smell amazingly. So if you like peaches like me, Georgia peaches, I like them a lot. So when you open them up, they come in a little baggie like so. And of course, it is caffeine free. It is Celestial Seasonings. It's a country peach passion. And the story of Celestial Seasonings, back in 1969, we started picking herbs from the fields and forests of the Rocky Mountains, and at that moment, we created America's very first herbal tea. Still blended in Boulder by our expert blend master, our uniquely delicious tea are made with the finest ingredients, passion, and inspiration. An apple is an excellent thing until you have tried a peach. That was George de Merrier, which I can totally agree with Mercier on that. It gives you information about how to brew the perfect cup, ingredients information, nutritional information, brewmaster's notes. This is always interesting. Country peach passion. Discover this herbal tea packed with juicy peach flavor and floral chamomile. Reminiscent of peaches just picked from the orchard, this flavorful blend is summer in a glass. I totally agree with that. Served over ice, served warm, and it's a satisfying and soothing cup of tea. So it doesn't matter if it's a iced tea you're looking for, if it's just a little simple caffeine-free tea in the morning for summertime. The country peach passion is the bomb. It's orange peel, rose hips, hawthorn, chamomile, natural peach with other natural flavors, blackberry leaves, hibiscus, peaches, and citric acid. So that's what the ingredients list is. And it's Celestial Seasoning. They do a good peach, and I like the picture with the orchard in the back and the little country house. I like that. But country peach passion tea. That's our tea for the day. The cup of the day is one of my very favorite cups. So it's my Life is Good cup. It's unplugged. And do what you like what you do. That is one of my very favorite things, because I'm a big believer in, you do you and I'll do me, and that's what makes the world go round, so why not? Just be good to each other. That's like my main rule, is be good to each other, be kind to each other, help each other out whenever you can. Very, very peachy, very, very slightly chamomile, very slight hibiscus. This is a country peach. They do a fantastic country peach. It's peachy. It's sweet, it's juicy, it's a peach. That's what you get in this cup. So, that's always a fun tea to have. So today we're going to finish talking about Bonnaroo. I did one part of Bonnaroo video. This is like the second part, because it's hard to get Bonnaroo in a shorter video, because it is such a huge event and a fun event to do. So it's one of those events that, if you like festivals, if you like music and arts festival, you can go there. I know I spoke a lot about things outside of the center part of Bonnaroo. And today's show is going to be about more of the music side of Bonnaroo. Touch on a couple of notes. I do like I said, they got great workshops throughout the weekend. They've got things like that inside of Bonnaroo. You can go to the academy, learn about plants or anything like that, or things of that nature. Outside of Bonnaroo, in campground areas, each campground area has a different thing. Like I was stating, that I went to the yoga classes, I went to a few other events. Galactic Giddy Up is always a fun place. The Grove, Where in the Woods. So, you know, they've got all these fantastic artists that play. And one of the highlights for me personally, as far as musical guest goes, wow, there's so many. Honestly, I thought I've seen Post Malone a couple of other times. It was a fun show. It was sort of like this is what I'm doing and this is where we're going to do it type of show. And he was just up there having a good time. Billy Strings, I'm a huge fan of Billy Strings. Love Billy Strings. I think he's one of the best guitarists around, ever. Like, he's in my top 20 guitarists of all time, which is kind of impressive since he's pretty much new to the scene. When we came out with Post Malone, that right there was like, yes, this is going to be the show that I like the best the weekend. Which, yes, it was one of my highlights for the weekend as far as shows go. So, you know, thank you to Post Malone. Thank you for bringing out Billy Strings, who I love. Then there was Red Hot Chili Pepper show. It was more of a mellow show by them. I had never seen them do a mellow show, and I am fine with that. It was nice just listening to the music. Sometimes that's all you need to do is just sit down and listen to music, or just stand there and listen to music, sway back and forth, sing along with the songs that you know. It's the first time I've seen them do Under the Bridge live and at a show, so that to me was a special moment. I like that. Then Fred again always puts on a phenomenal show. Most people don't know who Fred again is or beforehand. I thought he did a great job, but that's just my personal opinion. I think Diplo did a good job. I really loved Casablanca. I think Casablanca was one of those highlights. Another highlight for me. Dashboard Confessionals, the Emo Super Jam, blew it out of the park. Goodness, there's so many good shows. Chapel Roan, I thought, did a great job. Galantis, fantastic. I've seen Galantis quite a bit. There's just something about, he's just good. I really wish that Fisher would have been there, but he wasn't, but that's okay. I totally understand why Fisher was not there. I think some people were upset that he wasn't, which that's obviously, you know, when you're looking forward to somebody. But, you know, with the things going on, I'm glad that I'm glad Fisher took the steps to be responsible human. Would be the best way I describe it. So, you know, and you know what? It's Bonnaroo. They can always invite him back. Goth Babe did a great show. Group Love did a fantastic show. Houseplant did a good show. Jake Wesley Rogers, I'd never heard of him, so I mean, to see something new and different was wonderful. Jason Isabel in the 400 Unit, I'd never heard of him. If I did hear of him, I did not know who he was, or it never registered in my brain, type of thing. Let's see, who else have I seen? Oh goodness, there's so many. Larkin Poe, I do want to mention them quite a bit because I love Larkin Poe. Larkin Poe is a band that I actually got to go see them years ago in Atlanta. Terminal West was the name of the place. Both sisters were fantastic. To this day, they're fantastic. I was lucky enough to be covering them for their debut LP show. That's how long it's been. So they were very nice. It was in at Terminal West in Atlanta, Georgia. Yay! Um, I seen them again at Savannah Stopover a couple years later. Both ladies actually remembered me, which is kind of shocking. Um, and they're just fantastic. Very extremely talented guitarists, extremely talented songwriters. One of the best times I ever saw them, I actually got to do another review of them with Elvis Costello. They toured with Elvis Costello. They were the opening act. They made me cry, as well as Elvis Costello. What's the deal with making me cry, people? So Lark and Poe blew it out of the park. They have actually played the anthem at a Pittsburgh Steelers game. I found that out. So that's pretty fantastic. I really, 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 really enjoy Lark and Poe. They're one of those bands that's fantastic, and Michigander did a good show. The problem this year was the heat kind of outweighed motivation to go into Bonnaroo for a lot of people. Which it was so unbelievably hot because you had that heat dome bubble going over the U.S. at the time. It's middle of June, second weekend of June. So, you just got to pace yourself really well as far as like what time of day you wanted to go into Bonnaroo and stay, or if you wanted to go in at this time and then come back, which is what most people tend to do a lot. Pretty Lights. The funny thing about Pretty Lights, okay, there's a band called Pretty Light. I actually was making a playlist and I put down Pretty Light music instead of Pretty Lights music. So, when I heard Pretty Lights, I was like, oh, this is so fun. And then it dawned on me, the playlist that I made, I totally put in the wrong band. Oops. Oopsie daisy. But Pretty Lights, they blew it out of the park. And just wonderful. They were another highlight of Bonnaroo for me. Sudden Death, of course, always good. T-Pain is T-Pain. The Beaches, they're just great. Let's see what else. The Mars Volta, TV Girl, Two Friends. Just so much good entertainment for the weekend. The Heavy, the Japanese House, the Mars Volta, obviously. I'll put on great shows. The Foxies, another one that was a surprise. Starseed, Sid Serum, Shy Fox. I mean, all these bands did an amazing job. Thank you so much for showing up to perform in 100-degree heat, plus humidity. On top of that, you all made Bonnaroo what it is. It's still about the music. It doesn't matter. The nice thing about it is that you could go see somebody like Jason Isbell, later on see a band like Sudden Death, later on you could see the band Guar, later on day after see Post Malone. I mean, that is the greatest thing about it, is that it's got all these different music genres. You've got rap, you've got gospel. Gospel, actually. There was somebody by the name of Becky Fuller. She is a gospel bluegrass artist. She played the Jesus Tent in Plaza 9 out in the campgrounds. Beautiful, excellent. Knocked it out of the park. I mean, we were talking a beautiful voice, wonderful. Afterwards, it actually dawned on me who I was hearing. I'd heard her before. I knew who she was. But until I heard the name, it never put two and two together. So, they've got everything. I've heard classical there. I've heard, obviously, EDM. I've heard rap. I've heard, all these different genres coming to perform at one festival. That's crazy. And in a 5-day festival, that's sometimes it blows my mind at what type of caliber of artists they've gotten. And plus you get bands like Heavy, you get bands like the Beachers, who they're up and coming. They've reached a point to where people are just now really knowing who they are. You get to see newer bands. Like I've said before, I discovered Whiskey Myers there, which was fantastic. And to this day, I like their band. So, yeah. So, whenever you go to somewhere like Bonnaroo and you're thinking, maybe it's gonna be okay. Well, I like this song, but I don't like that song. It's all about discovery. It's a wonderful community. So yeah. So if you're interested in anything music and arts, Bonnaroo Music and Arts Festival, it's one of the best prices as far as any type of festival to go to right now, especially camping festivals. The town of Manchester, Tennessee, if you go, definitely stop by one of the patrons in town, visit with the people. They love Bonnaroo. I've never seen a town take to such a degree of warmth and love over one music festival. So thank you to the town of Manchester, Tennessee for letting them buy the farm and letting them have Bonnaroo Arts Music Festival. And I've probably talked your ear off today, so we're going to end it there. Have a lovely, lovely, wonderful day. Enjoy summer. If you like music, if you like unboxing reviews, anything like that, if you like arts and craft tutorials, hit the link below, hit like, subscribe, and have a wonderful summer afternoon, and I'll talk to you all later. Have a great day.